Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Reaper Connect you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully doing well and hopefully looking after yourselves and having a great week. Hopefully you are having hopefully a great weekend. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Today's video we're on my account obviously, and we are gonna do a champion showcase of probably one of my favorite nukers in this game, and a champion who is undervalued and doesn't get the appreciation that she deserves. And actually used to be, I suppose, back in the day, quite meta nuker for like offensive fights in Platinum Arena. I definitely know a few people who run her. She's been on the channel before. I kind of wanted to do a full showcase of her in areas that she's fantastic in, and there will be like two more areas, one more area I'll add into this video, but I'm not going to record it. I'll just mention it throughout. This is the same build that works in all the content, which is fantastic overall. Now, I'm only obviously talking about Cruetraxa. Cruetraxa is one of my favorite champions in this game, and a super solid nuker as a single nuker. She's a void affinity, so she's got affinity on her side, and she's attack based. Now on the passive ability, she has a revive on death, which is pretty cool if she kills a spider. She has a really strong hit on this as well, which will attack one enemy, will place a weaken, which is for 2 turns, and then has a 100% chance to win spot to remove 2 random buffs and then grant extra turn if she's got accuracy. Not built with accuracy on my account, in all fairness. And then she'll attack one enemy 4 times, will ignore 50% defense of each defense, right? And this can be also be booked up. So it's a fantastic ability against like a Rhodas. It's going to be fantastic against like a Warlord, Yumiko, because she gets locked out on this ability. Well, her better ability is this one. She has attack aura as well. Base attack is slightly low compared to the meta nukers these days, but she hits like an absolute truck. And you can probably see by the ratings where she's pretty good in. And to be honest, she's not given a fair rating in Hydra, because she's fantastic in Hydra, which I'm going to showcase today. She is fantastic in Phantom Shogun as well, which we're not going to showcase today because I haven't built the right team for it. Arena, she's great, and Finite, she's fantastic in. She's one of my main Finite champions, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and just take you into Finite. And then I show you the Finite run first with the same build. This is a team that we're going to showcase today. I do need to go and check the builds quickly to make sure everyone's built. So I'm going to go ahead and check them, and then we're going to go and jump in straight into a run. Okay, so we're going to start the run. So you'll see here that Cruetraxa is really, really important for this. And you'll actually see that she has really good stats on her, so basically doing some really good damage. Her defense down, weakener. These waves are quite tanky as well, so it's definitely one of them ones. She's very, very fast for sure. She got one of the highest speeds in this comp. Now, if you're looking for the speed tune for this comp, the speed tune is already on YouTube, and I'm going to show all the champions of this, but I will ping this up here so you guys can go ahead and check it out on your own records. And I have all the presets and gear as well as this. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to showcase in this to kind of do her thing. I'm seeing a lot of people have Cruetraxa and actually don't actually use her. And if you do have like a big blessing for her, or you can empower her, she's definitely up there. Someone I would take into 3 versus 3 lower levels live arena, especially if you have like a Necrid as well to keep her alive, or Duchess who can veil her, which would be fantastic chemistry together. Then we have other champions as well, like UDK, that can generally do quite well with her. She's fantastic for like a 3 versus 3 option, especially if you're looking for like a nuker who is really good against anti-lockout, especially like a Warlord Yumiko. I suppose you could do a job against Cruetraxa as well, in all fairness, because Cruetraxa does the same kind of thing, as long as there's no other mythicals to kind of really screw you up. So that's one thing you can probably do. You can see here she will do a ton of damage with this increased attack and critical damage as well. Accuracy is not needed on her for this run. As you can see here, she doesn't need defense down. She doesn't need weaken. She just demolishes this boss. And obviously Gina is doing all of the work as well, but then multi-hitters are super powerful with the ignore defense ability. So you can see here 1 minute 51, really solid finite team overall. And you can see here Cruetraxa doing 2.2 just behind Gina there as well. So fantastic team overall. We're now going to go and take her into a Hydra run, and I'm going to let the Hydra run for you guys, so you guys can go ahead check that out. It's the same build actually we're running on her, and then yeah, we'll kind of look at the damage overall from Cruetraxa. So enjoy the music, and we'll be back after this. Okay, so you can see here we just ran a standard team for Cruetraxa. Obviously, you can increase her damage way more than this, so don't let this put you off at all. Just kind of threw champions in here that were already kind of built and ready to do the job. So you can see here, obviously the Orc has got the AoEs. She's got the advantage to do more damage than everyone, but Vlad the Destroyer, who's actually part of my 1 billion team for Brutal, who does a crazy amount of damage in this Merciless set, is actually left behind the Cruetraxa. And bear in mind, it's got AoE and a really hard hitter on an A3. He's been left behind by Cruetraxa. Cruetraxa is doing way more damage than him, and she's a single nuker, so it shows you how strong she is. And obviously, in the right team in Hydra, can definitely do some devastating damage overall, and it's fantastic. I'm not the first content creator that's going to cover in Hydra. I'm pretty sure there's others. I'm not too sure who else covers her, but I've definitely seen her around, and definitely something that is a fantastic option with like ally attack and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a little bit difficult to keep her alive, and obviously, I probably wouldn't take Phantom Touch, but Cruelty would be super strong on her. Or if you've got a 6-star Crescent Ram, that would absolutely just destroy these heads. And you can see the damage that she was doing throughout that run is quite high as well, like a million turn basically, and that's pretty evil overall. Anyway, let's go take you into arena then, and we'll check out in the arena, and we can see what she can do in the arena as well. We'll drop timestamps down below. All these builds are the same. The only thing's different is the Great Hall stats from Live Arena, which I will show you guys when we're showing the build off overall. Right, okay, so this is the style of team that we are planning to use. Double ally attack to get them A1s off way more. Obviously, we brought in the UDK to protect us against the Songwong and Rhodas. And to just kind of show you what she can do here, we also got a bolster set as well with increased attack champion. So this team is pretty nice overall. We can even go with the attack aura as well. It's worth noting I also do use Cruetraxa, in Siege as well, so that's another area that I do actually generally use this style of build. Now her gear is basically from other nukers for these areas I probably could use her in, so that's why she doesn't actually get any playtime on my account. And also I've just got better S tier nukers overall, which I won't hide the fact of having overall. So you can see here, super solid attack, basically nearly one-shot this Rhodas. Obviously, it's probably not strongest Rhodas in the world, but you can see there she can definitely do a job. If it wasn't for the unkillable, definitely would have been dead. Now, this does get blocked by the UDK because it's a one hit, but we can do the A1 pass UDK just like that. So she can do some pretty big boy damage, right? That's not easy to do. There goes the Songwong as well, which is pretty nice to see. Quite funny a little bit, because obviously UDK is a massive problem for everyone, and Cruetraxa is not too shabby as a replacement for a lot of things. Anyway, we're going to flip forms with Cruetraxa, and then we're going to put this on her to try and protect her. We're going to one-shot... Oh, sorry, I did the wrong ability actually there. I was going to try and do the one, I forgot UDK was there. Anyway, there we are. We're going to one-shot both of them together. Monkey is obviously a bit annoying, but hey-ho, he is what he is. And then we can then just basically start pulling these champions off one by one, and don't have to kind of worry about the UDK, etc. here. We'll just be able to shave him off there. And then it's just the monkey, really. This team is like obviously very hard to try and take on. Definitely got the S tier nukers there, and you can see here we've basically just been able to destroy this overall. Now, if you don't have Necrid, obviously you can use Arbiter. That would generally be quite solid. We have a very notoriously team here. I'm actually going to skip this because of the Armads, because right now we're not skipping the Armads overall. I suppose this is another good team to kind of showcase, right? So we've got the Yumiko in here, which is pretty strong. The Torment here, which we're again covered by the Necrid. And then we have to deal with the Monkey as well. And again, this is going to be a very strong Starler team that can generally do something against this. So this is like a very solid go second team that we're running. Okay, somehow we are faster than this Arbiter, which is a bit surprising because I'm using a speed aura, but we'll take full advantage of that. With something we're not shy about, I suppose we'll just do one shot the UDK, so the monkey, just because everyone else has got stone skin on, etc. He's going to go ahead and get sheeped, which is fine, to be honest. And then, yeah, he's going to do his abilities. We're going to one-shot there. Again, her cooldowns are very low, so she's even going to get back around to that other ability quite quickly, in all fairness, as well. You can see here, we've still got the bolster. There's no threat of us dying. Just got to deal with this annoying Torment, which we can go ahead and just clean up like that. Protect our Cruetraxa a bit more. Obviously, he's going to get a shot off, that's perfectly fine. Nothing to kind of worry us at all. And you can see here, like Meta Nuka, who is extremely strong, has been made to look like he's a piece of nap. Okay, so we're going to take on this team next. I'm going to try something different. We're going to drop her. We're going to bring Arbiter in this time as well. So we've got double attack, ally attack, and CC. Double revivers are kind of tricky, and most likely there might be like Swift Parry here or something as well. So we're going to try and predict this. I'm going to open up with ally attack here. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of common to see Swift Parry like in these style of teams. We don't have the accuracy to remove, so just go do the A1 and save. Protect Arbiter at any cost. Let them do their funky stuff. And then we will come around, do the strip. We want to take out the 2 revivers first without getting sheeped. We can one-shot her. We're going to go ahead and lose her to the passive, which is fine. Most likely there is a Swift Parry here as well, because there is Swift Parry is quite common. Okay. So you can see there, Revive on Death, it was super, super nice. Came in and added that extra layer of safety behind the Necrit for sure, and was able to click go ahead and clean up for the win there as well. So there we are. That's super, super nice to see. I think we'll look for like one more Carla style of team. Honestly, I'd probably take on this team. I just need to check if Armad's is missing gear, so we could actually just go a Warlord here as well. So we can come in with a Stone Skin Warlord, and we can take on like a Tauros, which is perfectly fine. As long as this Armad stays locked out, you should generally be fine against this style of team. And you can see there, Valkyrie actually causing some problem with some turn meter. I think there's some other type of shenanigans as well coming in, being a big factor for this. Python is quite a tanky champion. So I'm going to go ahead and do the ally attack into him and kind of get rid of him. And then I'm going to play the A3. Try get some... Our Python is very slow. Okay, we'll try to take out the Valkyrie. She's got a big shield on her. See there, we did quite a bit of damage, actually. Oh, high resistance. Okay, no worries. We'll knock his turn meter back. Reply the buffs on her. Try and knock his turn meter back round again. Bit of a tough team. We can do the A1 there. It's kind of key to keep that Armad's locked out. Gonna go ahead and do that. Do day 3. We can do the ally attack into you. As you see there, he's got a big shield with strengthen. So he's got a lot of damage mitigation on his side. Taurus absolutely causing me a problem there. Can we knock it back? Not really. See what we can do there. And then we can go 1, 2. Unfortunately, I kind of just screwed myself here, because I've just left myself quite vulnerable to day 3, which is my own fault. I should have saw that coming. Wasn't a good idea to do that extra turn after all. Nothing we can do with the Cruetraxa there. We can try Reviver. A little bit lucky not to get a Revive on death. Go ahead and get a shield back up on her to protect her. I think he's locked out now anyway, so there should be no problems. So you can see with the right team around her that she's definitely going to be a force to reckon with here. A bit slow, bit clunky, but it's a very strong team. Obviously a high resistance Python, very difficult to take on anyway when trying to use a lockout, which we can't really see in all fairness. Like, it's fairly average player power. So yeah, super strong. There's a couple of fights there. So let's go ahead to check out our build then, right? And have a look at the masteries we're using and a couple of key things as well overall. Okay, so this is the build that we're running on Cruetraxa. You could also go Stone Skin as well for Arena. But to be honest, I just want to leave her in the gear that she was already in. So you can see here, these are the stats we're going to give her for Hydra with the live arena bonuses. We've got the 6,893 attack. We've got the 299 speed and then 324 critical damage. Again, accuracy doesn't matter too much. We got the extra ignore defense of 14, not maxed out yet, and we've got really good HP as well, which is going to keep her alive within this content. Let's give you the stats for the Fire Knight as well. So you can see in the Fire Knight, she's actually got 7,100 attack, nearly 60,000 HP. 305 speed overall, 104 critical rate, 324 critical damage, and then again extra 20% ignore defense. So that A1 is basically going to ignore what, like 20 plus 50 plus 25, so it's going to be like 95. We ignore 100% 100% ignore defense basically. You can see here she's quite fairly oiled up. There is a couple of things here that can also be improved still and get a little bit extra if I wanted to. These are the masteries then that we're using, which are mainly aimed at like Fire Knight. There definitely could be better masteries overall for Arena. So for Arena, you're coming in for Retribution, to try that Retribution a bit more. You could use a Cycle of Violence as well, Shield Breaker, which would be really useful. That would generally really help against a UDK. And you can use like Optimus as well overall. So, and then again, depending on where you use her, mine's mainly Fire Knight, so that's where the blessing is for Phantom Touch. For Hydra, Cruelty is probably the way to go. And then for the style of team I actually was using for Arena, you could go Having Cast or even Lightning Cage if you're going to use a 4-piece Stone Skin and 4-piece Savage. So because I'm not using her in 4-piece, I build her like really fast for Arena. Generally works quite out well, so she can rotate through her abilities quite quickly and pretty much overlap, right, and being the key to that. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is my champion showcase on Cruetraxa. What do you guys think about her now? Do you feel like she is going to be up there top tier? Are you going to pull her out of your vault and consider using her in the areas I suggested, especially if you're lacking like nukers for like 3 versus 3, like anti-lockout, trying to champion? Siege could be really cool as well against anti-lockout and all them type of areas as well. I think that's it from me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching to the end. I'm Big Grim Reaper. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.